Hi everybody, Paul back again from Ballistic Blood Bullets, and yes, it is once again time for me to talk about zombie flesh eaters. Yes, it is one of my favourite horror films, if not my favourite horror film of all time, as I think I said before. The Lucio Fulci gut muncher, flesh tearing classic from 1979, and this is the iconic image from the UK release of Zombie Flesh Eaters, of course released around the world under various other titles like Zombie and Zombie 2, as we all know. But the reason for me to once again pick up the camera and talk about Zombie Flesh Eaters is because there has been yet another release to Blu-ray, but this one is particularly special because it is a Steelbook release, and it is from Arrow Video, and here it is in all of its blood-curdling, flesh-tearing, zombie flesh eating goodness. Look at that cover, absolutely fantastic, and it is different artwork. It is something that we're not so used to, which is fantastic. Not perhaps as daring or shocking as some of the covers, but it is nice, it is different. Now, nice isn't a word that we would expect to talk about for a zombie film, but it is very nice indeed. Now, we're all disappointed with Arrow Video stepping away from their very cool covers and casings with the see-through cellophane, which is a great shame. They are not continuing those, but it has to be said that when Arrow release Steelbooks, they do a very, very good job indeed, and this is no exception. This is the reverse art of it, and again we got some iconic imagery from the film, and there of course is the classic zombie against shark underwater scene, which is so laughably funny, but just so in keeping with the movie. It isn't out of place. Ridiculous beyond belief, but just so fabulous. And you couldn't imagine the film without that scene now. And this is a movie that, of course, particularly in the UK, has had a lot of history with the BBFC certification board, getting banned, etc, etc, but very pleased to announce that this is the strong uncut version. This is the fully uncut classification of the film as intended by Lucio Fulci to be seen, enjoyed, and indeed endured. If you've not seen it before, you're in for a real gut-wrenching treat. This is the usual Arrow flyer that comes with their releases, giving a lot of information, and just having a quick read through it, I think that this is really pretty much the cleaned up edition that was released many years ago to Laserdisc. It isn't souped up with 5.1 Dolby Digital sound as the more recent releases have been. This is the good old-fashioned original mono 2.0 sound audio, but that's good enough because that was how it was shot and released at cinemas. Very pleased to say, I think I've mentioned before, I have had the pleasure of seeing this on the big screen, and it is just incredible. It's a must-see. If you ever get the opportunity to watch this on the big screen, please do so. There's quite a lot of extras on this as well, and we've got behind the scenes, we've got audio commentary from some people in the movie industry, and again, one of the great delights of having an Arrow release is that they always managed to do a fantastic and quite compendium-like piece in the form of a booklet, and this is no exception. There we have Al Cliver and Tisa Farrow, sister of Mia Farrow, of course. And this is quite a voluminous, quite heavy-set little booklet. There's a lot of pages in this, and again there's the iconic shots at the end of the movie going across Manhattan Beach, or even Bridge. The beach would have been even funnier. And lots of notes about restoration, etc., etc. And it is absolutely flooding and overloading with information and pictures. It's about 40 pages long. Just have a quick flick through. There are lots of cool pictures and imagery from the film, and all different covers and poster imagery from releases around the world. We've got some script pages that would be interesting to have a look through and see how the script from page to screen actually came to be. There's the classic fat zombie from the beginning of the movie escaping from the yacht that arrives in New York City, Manhattan Bay. And there is tons and tons of information. There's even a piece here about zombie flesh eaters and the BBFC, and the problems of getting certification for the film, and its notoriety down the years. It truly is a infamous film with the BBFC. Lots and lots of years of history of having problems, but we've got it now. We've got it on DVD, we've got it on Blu-ray in all its uncut magnificence. Lovely, lovely booklet, lots of information, very nicely done, classic indeed by Arrow, absolutely brilliant stuff, and really am liking this Steelbook edition of the film. This really does complement all of my zombie flesh eaters memorabilia and movies. This is here my original VHS release, collected from the 80s, and it's in mint condition. It's an iconic image that I absolutely love. But this is from Arrow, done extremely, extremely well. Really, really nice. If you're wanting this, pick it up, grab it. Absolutely fabulous. But just getting back to that image, this is a classic shot from the movie, and it's a scene that I've always wanted the poster for, could never get, and so very difficult to come by, very, very rare. You do get a poster with the Arrow release, and of course what you get is the classic zombie poster art, which is fairly commonplace and fairly easy to pick up, but I am delighted to say that this Arrow poster is double-sided, and on the reverse we have the poster that I have been after for so very long. It's not the full-size, oversized poster, but it is a reprint of the UK poster artwork Love and After, and it's gonna get framed up and put in the Banzai movie room for sure. Delighted. Finally have this. As I say, it's on a smaller reproduction basis, but it's a nice little size to get framed. Shouldn't cost too much money. It will show off nicely set up on the wall. But this, as I say, is the artwork that is for me synonymous, or even synonymous, with zombie flesh eaters, X-rated. This is what I have been after for many, many years. When the earth spits out the dead, they will return to tear the flesh of the living. Brilliant stuff. And what a fantastic cast. Mustn't finish this video without talking about the cast, of course. Ian McCulloch, Tisa Farrow, Richard Johnson, he's the doctor on the island of Matul, and of course they are also joined by Al Cliver, very, very much a name synonymous with a lot of the 80s and 70s Italian-made Euro horror movies. But those are the three main stars, and of course we've got such iconic imagery from the film, such as the classic eye, splinter to the eye scene, which is just one of those standout moments from any horror film ever made. And I can't rave enough about having this poster, absolutely fantastic. But again, just to touch back on the Arrow Steelbook release, let's just also have a look inside. The disc's just a little bit loose there, but just to show the disc art as well, what we have, I believe, is the Blu-ray disc, which is interestingly the special edition special features are all region free, A, B and C, but when it comes to the Blu-ray of the film itself, unfortunately it seems that the disc is actually regionalised, locked to B. That's a great shame, that's very disappointing. But inside we have wonderfully the perfect interior backing art as well for the Steelbook of the classic rotting flesh hand coming up out of the grave, just like the poster. So I am in a zombie flesh eater's heaven. This is a real fanboy fantasy come true for me. All these years of loving the movie, seeing it on the big screen, collecting it in every format going, and having it now in the classic Steelbook rendered edition with the classic artwork that is for me just so synonymous with the movie. Loving it, absolutely fantastic, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant stuff. Can't recommend this high enough if you're a fan of the film and a fan of Arrow Video. This Steelbook is an ultimate edition to have for fans of zombie flesh eaters, and brilliant, brilliant stuff. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening to me go on once again about zombie flesh eaters. If there's another edition, you can bet I'll be there as well for that. But in the meantime, thanks as always so very much for watching. Take care, everybody. See you all soon.